If you're tired of influencers hogging all the weights, dancing on the videos, if you got kids and a spouse, so you stay at the house, if you got limited space, but the brain to create, it's time to build a home gym. Welcome to The Rec. Hey, you know what it is, you know where we at. Coming to you live from The Rec. It's Dr. Polo back again. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button below. We on the road to 10K in 2025, y'all. So let's make some traffic. Today we got one for y'all. We got the home gym tour. I'm gonna show you guys what I got in here, why I got certain pieces, maybe some recommendations for y'all, and some prices on things, but I don't need y'all counting my pockets, but let's get to it. All right, so before we make our first stop on the tour, I'm gonna discuss a couple essentials that are typically overlooked when building a home gym. Number one is gonna be the flooring. If you move a lot of weight, you do wanna have some flooring you trust, especially if you're in your house. You don't wanna go ahead messing up your biggest purchase or your biggest investment in life just to move some weight. So invest in some great flooring. Some people go with the horse stall mats. For me, I went with some commercial grade speckled flooring from Amazon. It was a bit pricey, but the look was what I wanted. Second thing on the list is the lighting. A lot of people go for that black wall look. It's definitely a beautiful thing. If you can do it, just know black is gonna suck out a lot of the light in the garage, so you have to light the place accordingly. For me, I'm not the handiest, so if you can see the setup, I just got some studio lights, and they do the job, and a ring light. The ring light's on me right now. I don't feel like turning the camera around, but just know if you do the black walls, you're gonna need a lot of light sources, and if you keep it white, you know, it bounces off with the light, so it gets a little litty. And so for our first stop on the tour, we're gonna visit what I like to call the Heavyweight Diner, because this is where the big boys come to eat. You know, if you're a heavy mover in the gym, one of the first equipment purchases you're gonna wanna do is on a power rack. My advice, if you're more concerned about space, if space is an issue, which usually in home gyms it is, you wanna go with a half rack. I went with the Torque Fitness half rack mainly because Torque was what I knew. You know, if you go to 24 Hour Fitness, you do see these products, and I figured if it could take 24-hour abuse from hooligans, it can handle me for a couple hours a day at a time. So that's what I went with. It does come with a few attachments. It came with the landmine attachment, so you can get some landmine work. It came with a dip attachment to get your dips in. Also a multi-grip pull-up bar with the fat grip bar. And then also the Angle 90s. I put this on here just to increase range of motion. So if you can tell, you get a better stretch. So, you know, a lot of options, but if I was purchasing today, I probably would go with a rep rack or a Rogue Fitness rack, just because they come with more attachments. Because if you see right here, there's no holes to attach anything. I mean, there's one right here, but I don't know what you're gonna do with that. And yeah, it kind of limits what you can do, but it's sturdy and it's trustworthy, and you know, that's where you get the gains. Another thing is, a lot of people, when they are building the home gym, they get a lot of unnecessary weights. You only need 10s, 25s, 45s. Those are the ones you want to get in abundance. Then get a few 5s, 2.5s, just to, you know, get the progressive overload. But you don't really need more than that. If you got the 15s and 35s, you don't really do this. Like, you're new to this stuff. So 10s, 25s, 45s. Those are the ones you want to prioritize. You know, it comes with a couple storage places. So we got some bands over here, and then we have a Rogue Fitness weight belt. If you're a heavy mover, get yourself a quality belt. You got to stay strapped, because if you're not strapped, the only thing that's going to be pulling out is your back. So make sure you protect that back. We also got a dip belt, pull-up belt, just heavy weights. If it don't make sense to you, you ain't moving something heavy. Right, so this is also the area of the gym where we have the mirror. I want to say the place was called like the Glass Company or like the Mirror Company, something real basic. I wanted that gym look, that gym quality mirror. I didn't want to just go to the local store and get a whole bunch of thin ones. I wanted this at full glass. So they had that available online. They come down, they install it. All you have to do is be home. And then above, if the camera goes up there, if you can see it, we got the mantra, move something heavy. That's just something I tell myself, whenever I'm in here and you work out alone a lot at a home gym, you gotta have those sources of inspiration to really push you through. So yeah, first thing I got was this half rack. If we get to that 10K subscribers, I may upgrade to the Rep Fitness during Black Friday. That's another thing, y'all. If you're looking to build a home gym, make a list. Don't buy anything until Black Friday. Everything's overpriced till Black Friday. I told you that, you heard it here. So go ahead and like this because I told you that. But yeah, this right here, if you're looking for a setup with a half rack and weights, some attachments, it's gonna run you about, yeah, see, it's already getting, heard that price coming and got nervous. It's gonna run about three little Ks, 3Ks for a setup like this. At least a setup you can trust. You can find cheaper alternatives if you're not moving something too heavy, but it's risky business. All right, so for our next stop on the tour, we're coming over here to the light heavy hitters. So over here, the main culprit is gonna be the Rep Arcadia Max Functional Trainer. Listen, I can talk all day about a functional trainer. It's probably the best, it's the best thing in here. So there are some limitations, of course. That's why it's called the light heavy hitters. It does come with weight stacks. So with weight stacks, the max it can load up on each side is 137.5 pounds. I did get the added weight in there, so it does the job. You don't really need to do much. Certain exercises are limited. I was debating between a lat pull down, low row, or the functional trainer. The one that sold me is that since you got 2 of these posts, it's like superset heaven. So if you're into supersets, especially cable work, you get your biceps with the triceps. You can get back and bis. You can get chest and tris. You can do it all. You can get shoulders. Also, you can get some leg work. It comes with unlimited attachments up here. Got pretty much the essentials: some D handles, straight bar, V bar, some leg stuff, the rope, tricep push down. My version of the mag grips. The list goes on. Whatever attachments you want to get, pretty much. It's probably my favorite thing in the gym. Right here, I had a plyo box. This is mostly just used as a seat, so you can get down here and then just do seated rows. I could be at this functional trainer all day. If you're working out by yourself, and if you had to get one thing, and you had the funds for it, I'm gonna say go with a functional trainer. That might be an unpopular opinion, but you could do it all. I can do every workout I need with this and feel good. And the cable work gives you that tension throughout each movement, so it's great. This kind of setup right here, if you just wanted the functional trainer, say if you're inside the house, or you just have a wall or just one little section, this is gonna, with the attachments, just everything, added weight stack, yeah, it's gonna be three baby Ks, another 3 babies. And then we also got the Rogue home gym timer up there. Amazing addition. So again, if you're doing a lot of HIIT workouts for time, it can really track that right up there. Don't get the one off Amazon. It might be cost efficient, but it looks ugly. All right, continuing in the light heavy hitters, we have one of the newest additions, the Freak Athlete Hyper Pro. This thing is like a 9-in-1 masterpiece. I'll probably put some B-roll because another one of its great attributes is that it's able to fold up and rack away when you're not using it. So space saving. Again, I can't stress enough how important it is to, when you're building your gym, it's kind of like it's like Tetris. You got to pick the right pieces or you just end up out of the game. So one of the best things, you can store it standing up. Really bulletproofs the posterior chain. Good great way to add some hamstring, just some leg work, get the hip thrust. It hits a lot of things. You can do back extensions. I can't lie, I love it. Very, very, very pricey, But again, for what you get out of it, it makes sense because you can also do Nordic curls. So you can buy each of these things in their own piece of equipment, but you're taking up a lot of space. And yeah, unless you got a freaking, I don't know, a whole Chuck E. Cheese worth of space to put stuff, you know, you want to really take advantage of it. But I will say, the prices I'm giving you guys are the standard prices. Most of these things, if not everything, I only buy during Black Friday because it hurts my soul to buy something and then you come to November and you see that deal. So just hold off, yo. If you can really hold off, do it because those Black Friday deals is where it's at. Because I got this for about $300 off, and right now it's like without that it's like $1,000. So yeah, make sure you can wait till Black Friday. Also, last thing in the corner, this is more like, I don't know if you can see it, it's more like a seat now. It's a plyo box. Yeah, it's the 30, 24, 20. It mostly stays right there, holds my phone, my water. You know, it's just in the corner. It's heavy as heck. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of these days, I'm trying to incorporate it more in 2025, but as of now, it's a great table and with the option to jump on top. Pause. Right, so for the next part of the tour, we have the Freedom Fighters. Over here is where we have the free weights, such as the dumbbells, kettlebells, and then the stability balls and balance work. For kettlebells, I got 12, 25, 40, 60, and 80. That gives me a good enough range to really get what I need. For dumbbells, I have 5 through 65. After 65, they get too expensive and too dang big. I'm not a fan of adjustable dumbbells, but again, Rep has been killing it. Hey Rep, if you see this video, just send me some stuff. I'll give you a good review. Rep has been killing it. They do have these new adjustable dumbbells that might actually get me to purchase them, but only on Black Friday. Because yeah, I mean, 65, it's been doing this job, but if you lift heavy, it's a lot left on the table there. But for most people, that's good enough. And then, you can do pretty much everything you need with these free weights. So if you are always on the move, say you can't always be in a garage or just in a dedicated room and you want to move around with your workouts, go with the free weights. Get you some balance balls to switch it up just to add that versatility, because sometimes it could get that stagnant. And when you have a stagnant type of routine, that is what makes people not continue with their goals and kind of feel like they hit a plateau. So always switch it up. And then on my way to the Freedom Fighters, I forgot about Specialty Road. So this is where I keep the specialty bars. We have the Rep Fitness Swiss bar. We have also the Rep Fitness Axle bar. I use this for like hip thrust and barbell RDLs because, with a 7-foot barbell, RDLs are a hassle. And when something's inconvenient, you're not gonna use it. That's another thing. Don't buy something just because it looks nice. Make sure you're gonna use it, because if it's something that's too inconvenient for you, all it's gonna do is collect dust. So we also have what every person gets in their home gym. You got the Essential Easy Curl Bar. Then we also got the Easy Curl Bar attachment for the functional trainer. What I also forgot to mention on the functional trainer, it does come with pegs. So while the stacks go to 137, you can put some resistance bands and really turn it up some more. We have this tib bar from Freak Athlete. I had drop foot, I had some injuries, so this really kind of strengthens that dorsiflexion on the foot, really protects the shins and bulletproofs the knees. So this is something I really had to get. We have a good old ab wheel. This is a beauty. Also overpriced. Got this from Rogue Fitness. I had the standard yellow one from Walmart, and that yellow was irking me. Like that, the OCD in me had to get rid of it. So this was the one that looked the best. The shipping probably costs more than the actual wheel, but that's how Rogue gets you, because they know this stuff, it looks good. And then moving over here to my favorite specialty bar, I'm gonna get down so you can see it. Can you see it? This is the Rep Fitness Open Trap Bar. I had the full hex bar from Torque. That thing was too dang big. And like I said, if it's inconvenient, you're not gonna use it. So I gave it to my boy, hope he's using it. But this thing gets used on every lower back, hamstring day. It's amazing. That open trap really sets it off. I can't say enough about it. The knurling on the handles is amazing. If you heard my knees crack, that's crazy. But the knurling on the handles is amazing. You can do lunges with it. You could do deadlifts. You can also make it, because if you see, it's like a cambered bar. So you could do cambered squats. But if you're a wider back person, you're gonna have to remove these out to get under it and squat. And I'm not doing that. So that's that. And then for our last stop on the tour, we have Cardiac Lane. This is where I keep the cardio equipment. It's in a straight line because it needs to stay out of the way. When we're not using it, I don't want it in the way. So let me bring the rower down. This is my newest addition. I was debating for a while because if I had to choose, my favorite cardio equipment to use is the stair stepper, but those run about like 4 racks. So we're not doing any of that, at least anytime soon, unless Stepper, you want to send me one, I'll use it every day. But this is the new Rogue Echo rower. This thing is great. For the amount of time I've had it, the burn you get, and if you're a competitive person, just always trying to beat your time really keeps me going on this one. My other option is gonna be the OG, the Assault Fitness Air Bike. I like the air stuff because you don't really have to worry about things breaking as often because it's your own power, your own resistance. So the harder you go, the harder it is. And I like that type of work. But if I did have to pick, stair stepper, but these two are the way to go, especially if you had knee problems, knee issues, no reason to keep beating them up on like a treadmill. So this was the route I went for cardio. All right, so there you have it. That's the rec, y'all, that's the rec. So you saw it all. It kind of feels like I let y'all like in my room or something, like we homies now. Like you should comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Like, we right here. So yeah, just let me know down below what your favorite part of the rec was. What would your first addition be to your home gym? And if you already have your home gym, what was the first addition? For me, it had to be the power rack. That's just something I needed to have. When I envisioned my home gym, it was that. And then everything kind of expanded from there. So for you, if it's the functional trainer, if it's the free weights, if it's the Hyper Pro, if you want to really just get that kind of functionalness, or if you're a cardio warrior and go the cardio route, whatever you choose for your home gym is for you. Let me know what you think I'm missing in here. I do have a list, but again, we only buy during Black Friday, so that list gonna add up for a while. I've been doing this since 2020, so that's 4 Black Fridays. You ain't gotta do it all at once, even if it all looks good, So take your time. The one thing I forgot to show you guys was my bench. I have a Torque Fitness bench. It has if your bench has a gap, if you know what that gap means, if it says, oh, small gap, don't get it. There's a no gap bench from Rep Fitness that if y'all get this video, let's say if we get 10K views or 1,000 likes, I will buy the Rep No Gap, I think it's called the Black Wing bench, before Black Friday. I will break my own rule if y'all get this to 10K views or 1,000 likes. I'll do that for y'all because y'all did that for me. Man, check out the videos YouTube's telling you to watch. Come back to the channel now that you know what we have in the rec, because the workouts are coming. We're gonna get right in 2025, and we're gonna get all the way live. Let's get it.
I push the biggest deal. You look around like who else could